not.
Every day I pray for death, but God never answers.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Hey, it looks like we got our cold open already.
Alright.
Hello and welcome to the 5th episode of the ixcast. I am one of your hosts, Church, along with the host, the Ix himself, Spencer.
Hello.
And the not Ix, but the man that is hungover, Mezz.
The doctors have given me 3 weeks to live, and this is how I choose to spend it.
Yeah, it's a 3-week long podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They said you could either make
today,
it podcast or you could go to Disney World, and I chose the podcast.
And today we have a special guest, Andy.
Hello, it's me, I'm Andy.
It's him.
Hi, Andy.
Okay, bye, Andy. Get out of here.
Hi, Mezz.
All right, see ya.
That's all we needed.
Podcast over.
All right, now what are we going to talk
Mezz
about now
hates
that
me.
what are we going to talk about now that he's gone?
Let's talk about
think
how
we
much
should
we
talk
hate
about-
Andy.
We should talk about
he
our
smells.
hate that guy.
Our weeks?
Kill
Yes.
at Andy.
Yeah, let's
Did
talk
anyone
about
do
our
anything
weeks.
interesting this week?
I did, but I will choose to go later.
Okay. I started working a different shift this last Thursday and Friday. Instead of 8 to 4:30, I now work 10 to 6:30, and holy shit, it makes such a huge difference with my sleep schedule. Like, I feel incredible when I wake up,
Nice.
and I feel I can get so much more work done, and my mood is so much better.
Pretty good.
But besides
Fucking phone
that, not much shit has happened this week. This week was kind of there was a
What
couple
was it?
days where I was like pretty frustrated at work, but you have to go through fire to come out as a phoenix. This is an analogy that's falling.
You gotta be
Falling
on
short.
fire
As a
to be on
phoenix.
fire.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
What about you, Andy?
I started playing Bloodborne this week.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
how is
Really?
Fashion
Yeah.
Souls?
It's
Fashion Souls.
Fashion Soul.
That's what it is.
It's fun. It's pretty neat. I got super fucking carried from the start of the game by Kurt and Kovaric, and then
Oh, yeah,
Those,
you're,
those are
well, they
your
li- they
secret
basically-
lovers.
yeah, right. Kovaric's my roommate, and Kurt is both of our friend. Basically,
What am I hearing in
they
the
pointed
background?
me in the
there?
right direction for the first like 5 minutes, and then carried me through my first boss and second boss, and now I'm at the third boss, and I'm banging my head and throwing my corpse against it. And nothing's working out.
Yes. I would argue that Bloodborne is one of the harder Dark Souls-esque
Yeah, I would-
games.
I
I've
would
heard
agree.
that it's harder but fairer, I guess.
It's harder because if you play Dark Souls 1 or any of the others, those are more defensive games, whereas
For sure.
Bloodborne is more
Yeah,
so, hey, you get health from hitting people, so
Yeah.
hit
Yeah.
people.
I got
Um,
really drunk
it's pretty
one time
crazy.
and tried to play Dark Souls, got cursed, and haven't opened up my file ever since.
Get fucked.
My roommate was recording it, and he was having the time of his life. Shoutouts to Ryan. You're in France now, you bastard.
You
You may have
Shit.
to bleep that out.
Now I have to bleep that.
You baguette. Haha.
there we go.
Get
That's
it?
that's the
Get
not
it?
bleeped version.
Anyway, I can talk about my crazy
Can I
wacky
actually-
week.
Can I start with mine since yours is
Oh,
probably
yeah.
gonna be longer than mine?
Yeah, mine's
So,
definitely gonna be longer.
So yeah, I as usual, I taught this week.
Hey,
But this
Crazy.
week was a little different. We had our ups and downs. So our ups was I got observed and I was great, cool. Our downs, we were holding on to a second grade class for 1 hour, and we're like, okay, well, we can control this class. We've done it in the past. It gets a little out of hand sometimes. We'll be okay. This class is about 18 girls and 3 boys.
Oh,
And if those
Oh, God.
3 boys were removed from the classroom, this class would be one of the easiest classes I've ever had.
it's always the goddamn boys.
So I look to my left when I was walking into the music room, and I see the art room. Bunch of second graders sitting down, smiling, ready to paint, ready to draw, whatever they do. I open the door to the music room, and there was one kid holding onto the shirt of another, just repeatedly punching the other.
This is
the
second
fuck?
grade?
This is second grade.
Dude,
they're
second
getting
grade
up-
Fight Club. Did you take
They're
bets?
getting up.
My money's
I
on the
did not
pink
take
one.
bets.
Just wait till you're in high school. You can join the fight club.
Yeah. Sponsored by
Every
Aaron.
second grader is Tyler Durden.
But basically, I got in, and I have not been trained any sort of procedure at all on this kind of shit. So, what I did was, one, make sure that the other students were away, and they were all backing off a little bit. So I got myself in between them and the fight. Two, I knew I was not supposed to touch the students. I cannot break them up, because if I touch the students, I will get sued.
Yes.
Three, call the office.
Yes.
So we hit the office button, and it's just screaming everywhere. It's like a scene out of a movie or something.
Wow.
And you hear the office bell go, "Boop," just very quietly in the background over all the screams, and you hear, "Ah," and you hear my cooperating teacher just go, "We have a fight!" And that's
It's like
it.
the opposite. It's the opposite reaction of like whenever a fight breaks out in like the lunchroom. Somebody else screams out like "fight," and everyone's like, "Whoa, yeah, dude, wow!" But in this situation, it's just Christ, somebody help us, please.
Yeah, we really needed
These second
help.
graders cannot be stopped.
So
The
what
thing
we
is,
did
this-
was
I'm imagining this like a scene out of like Dead Space or something,
Oh God.
where you're helpless. You're just watching this unfold as these second graders just beat the shit out of each other.
well. Here's what happened when I got them into the corner, and my cooperating teacher yelled.
And they had no option.
You T-posed to assert your dominance. Yeah. What
Yeah,
to do when a second
if you go
grader's
to the
holding a
corner,
frame
they
floor
have no
punch?
options. Smash
How to,
joke.
how to approach a second grader with frame 4 legal immunity.
So I get them to the corner. My co-op yells, "This either ends in one of two ways," and they listen to this.
Either
This-
you die
this either
or
ends in one
I
of two
die.
ways. Either one of you goes to prison and the other one goes to the hospital,
Oh Jesus.
Oh God.
or you both go to the office. When they hear that, they stop.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool. So she's experienced this before, clearly. So I walked them down to the police officer at the end of the hall. I'm like, well, and then
Just to make sure I have this properly, they threatened second graders with going to prison.
yeah,
Yes.
That's
Dude.
fantastic.
And they
Dude,
believe it.
street
And they believe it.
recognizes street, man.
But yeah, because they're second graders.
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen
Like,
some hardcore thug
they don't
second
know.
graders. They try to sell me drugs. I tell them, no, I'm high
So
on
here's where it
life.
gets worse.
Drug dealers are losers. Don't
Here's where it
talk
gets
to
worse.
them.
We
The
were
one
trying to
that gets
recover.
worse?
We're trying to recover this class, right? And we're like trying to calm them down because like one of them was hurt in the fight, and because they were just bumped into. One of them was
Oh,
hurt in the
yeah.
fight.
He
I
kept
had that
crotch
happen.
canceling.
Yeah. One of them was hurt in the fight. All the other ones were screaming and crying and shit. They were all super scared. Like,
Well, I
I
mean,
don't know
yeah,
why
they
these
just
two
saw
probably
one of
fight
their
on a weekly basis.
They saw their fellow man beat another man. You have witnessed original sin.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's
It's
not
true.
original sin.
But we
That's
go
not
over
original
to
sin,
the,
but yes.
We go over to the DVD player because we play our audio
Yeah.
CDs that they sing along with, like a karaoke kind of thing.
Aw.
And they love that. Like, that's what we do in that class, is we just get them doing that kind of stuff. And then we go to turn it on, and the audio cords are missing.
The AV cable.
Someone literally stole the AV cables to our DVD player.
Holy shit.
Amazing.
I'm like,
Jesus
well,
Christ.
so we had them do a different activity the whole time. So
It was a dirty fucking Smash player.
it was really, really difficult because when you send someone to the office, you have to send them with a write-up, which means you have to leave a class basically like on its own.
That was always the scariest part whenever that would happen. Just
Yeah.
because the thing is, there's no law, and you don't know if there's any other sleeper agents trying to start shit.
It's martial law.
So like that's the craziest thing that happened in my week.
That sounds pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Mine's on like the other end of the spectrum where it's just kind of funny, and just
Oh, actually, real
stupid.
quick.
Yeah,
if
you
it's
go.
okay.
You do your
Uh,
thing.
Speaking of school stuff, I got my what do you
Andy,
call it?
you're like 37. You've been out of school
sublight.
for like 10 years.
Well, exactly. I went into the LP high school, like the school here where I
The
live.
MLP high school.
That I never went. No.
Plaza High School.
But and I got my substitute teaching stuff figured out basically.
Nice.
So I'll be
Congratulations.
hopefully starting that this week, which will be
Nice.
cool.
Now we
And,
have, 5 friends that have student teached? Or
Student taught.
Pretty much.
Yeah, student taught.
Student time. But
Well,
what was pretty great was that one of our coworkers, Koveric and I's coworkers, texted him saying, "Hey, I saw Andy coming out of LP and he looked like a student there."
Oh, God.
I fucking laughed because
Oh, God.
I look like a student.
You
look like an
a lot
anime
younger than you
schoolgirl.
are, really.
Thanks.
Yeah,
It's the
take
only
that as you
compliment
will.
you're getting today.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, I will.
But yeah, Andy, Mezz was talking. So Mezz,
Yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Sorry about that.
So most of my week was pretty standard. I got an A on my business test, which was very
Oh,
nice.
he did it.
I did it. And things are pretty normal, you know. And then yesterday, which was Saturday the 9th, I decide to travel down to the place where I'm paying rent on, because I've spent thousands of dollars on this bedroom that I haven't fucking slept in. And
Because
so
of school
yeah, because of school
complications and shit.
complications and shit. One day I'll reveal my tragic life backstory, but you got to get your social links up for that. Anyway, so fucking we have this huge ass mini party, and by party I mean just a bunch of people hanging out, getting drunk, screaming at stuff. I basically sat down and I was trying to do stuff with my laptop, like update my Bluetooth drivers. It took me fucking a literal hour to update my Bluetooth drivers, and when I finally updated them and they were good, I jumped up and screamed, "Yes!"
I did a Shoryuken and
I basically did.
exclaim,
It was great, but then
Whatever.
so I have one screwdriver with a generous amount of vodka in it, and I'm very drunk at this point, and
Nice.
and of course somebody yells, "Who wants to do shots?"
Oh, God.
And my eyes
Of course,
light up.
Mezz responds with.
My eyes light up, and so there's like 9 of us that are taking shots. And so I take a shot, and then I finish the rest of my other mixed drink that I had. So I'm very drunk at this point, and it's only about 9 o'clock at night.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this story goes till 3 a.m.
Oh,
There's 6,
yeah.
And how much of that time do you remember?
45 minutes.
Oh,
dear.
no.
I don't know. Fucking, there's a lot of gaps in the memory, because apparently at one point, because I used to play D&D with this group, fucking I turned to the
Nerd.
dungeon master and I'm like, "Hey, listen, I respect you since you DM'd for me like 2, 1, no more than like 3 times. I respect you as an authority figure. Can you get me some water?" And then people would be like, "Hey, Mezz, you need to like drink some water. You're very drunk." And I'm like, "I don't know." And so they'd give me a cup of water. They would give me a cup of water. And my
Such a
my
drunk
mind was like,
response.
you need to finish this as quickly as possible. Get the water inside of you. So I would just chug it, and then I'd slam the cup down on the ground, and everyone would just be like, "You needed to just sip on that. Do not just chug it. We did not get this for you to chug. Why are you doing this every
Shotgun of
time?"
water.
Because you're going to fucking puke up a bunch of water.
I didn't puke this night, actually.
That's
Fun
surprising.
fact.
Wow, Mezz not
However,
puking, surprising.
when one of the guys
Spencer.
when
Just
one of the
saying.
guys that lives in the apartment came back from work, he was very excited to see me. It was wonderful. And so he starts taking a bunch of shots, and we're both drunk, and I think I look at him and I'm like, "Dude, I have to piss." And he's like, "Well, yeah, I have to piss too." And we
Oh,
and
no.
we make eye contact, and I say, "You want to cross streams?" And he says, "Yes." And so we go in the bathroom, and apparently my memory of this is a little fuzzy. You could hear from outside the bathroom us just going, I'm going to muffle the mic a little bit to give it a bit more authenticity. "Yeah! Woo! Woo! Yeah!" And we come out with the biggest grins on our faces, arm in arm.
God.
And the thing is, we did it again.
Oh my God.
This was after
Remember-
somebody had gotten done puking. I think it was the guy got done puking, and I knocked on the door. I was like, dude, I got to piss. And he's like, yeah, me too. And I was like, all right, I'm coming in. And so we crossed streams again, and apparently you could hear us just screaming our heads off again.
Remember that first podcast where Mezz repeatedly said that he's incredibly gay?
Yeah.
Now you know.
Awkward silence.
Yeah, silence.
The fun doesn't end there though, because the party's starting to wind down, and like people are just chilling out. You know, I'm still loud as fuck because that's just who I am.
That's you.
But so we're all like going to bed, and I'm like, all right, show me to my room. I need my room. So one of my friends offers to tuck me in, which is basically just open the door for me, make sure that I'm laying down in bed and that my glasses aren't going to get broken in the morning.
Yeah.
5 seconds later, I'm out of my bed, wandering through the halls of the apartment, and I'm like, I think I went to the bathroom faucet to drink water like 5 different times, and you could just hear my feet shuffling along like the panel floor. You know, you could hear that every time. And at one point during the night, one of my friends was puking, and her boyfriend was also in the bathroom with her. And I come in, and I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, you're puking? Lit. And I just kind of sit down. I was like, I kind of just sit down and like, I don't know if I have to puke either. Maybe. I don't know. And we just kept talking.
Is there only the one bathroom?
There's only one bathroom, which sucked. Because the thing is, people were spending absurdly long amounts of time in there, and people were dyeing their hair that night as well.
Oh my god.
There were some good dye jobs. I did not get one. But basically just throughout the night, I would be messaging our group chat being like, guys, guess what? I'm really, really drunk. And just fucking, I said that so many times last night, people wanted to slap me.
It sounds like me in the call. All the
Yeah,
time.
it is you. But
Who needs a beer?
You
eventually
drinking was very different than us drinking the other night. Because when it was me and Spencer drinking in the call with other people, we just laughed at that stupid cat video for like
Oh yeah.
for like 45 minutes, and then we played Cards Against Humanity.
And laughed really hard
Yeah,
at that.
no,
we laughed at the card Hot Lettuce
hot lettuce.
for like
No,
20 minutes.
whenever I drink, I get rowdy, I get stupid, so nothing really changes.
So nothing changes, yeah.
But so then we wake up in the morning, and I kind of shuffle out, and I'm like, oh god, everyone's still alive. Thank God.
When Andy drinks, he just gets more argumentative.
Yeah, he
I
does.
just get more talkative in general.
Well, that's fair, yeah. I get super talkative.
I also
Be
felt
arguing more? Impossible.
Yeah, impossible.
Memories are coming back to me. I felt up my friend's ass because he was like, hey, my ass is concave.
Fuck.
And I was like, bet. And so I did. He's got...
Dude, my ass is concave, dude.
At
Throughout
least one
most
part
of
of
the
my
night-
ass is concave.
Throughout most of the night, when I was sober, I made the prediction, my shirt is coming off at some point during the night, and the apartment was very warm. So I was like, fuck it, I'm hot, I want to take off my shirt, and so I did.
Yeah, you are.
And then I was just wearing a Big Boss bandana with an eye patch and just playing Nuclear on Clone Hero.
Nothing else.
It
Yeah,
was
that sounds
beautiful.
about right. It's like epitome of Mezz right there.
There's also a video of me violently headbanging while my friend's playing Fuck You by Real Big Fish.
Hey, I heard that song on the radio
Yeah?
the other day.
It's a pretty good video.
Let's
There's a
get
Taco
into
Bell.
first. So Andy, tell us about yourself. What do you like to do?
Tell us your favorite color.
My favorite color is purple. Shout
Yeah,
out
of course it is.
What? I thought it was pink.
What? No, it's purple.
Oh,
I
hell
like
yeah.
pink,
Wow.
but
What
it's
the
great.
purple.
fuck?
Everything I knew about you is a lie.
This fucking just shook Spencer's life.
Bitch.
Man, I don't know. I like Smash like everybody else here.
Yeah.
I main Zero Suit Samus in Project M because she's a lot of
Yeah.
fun, and I main Daisy Ganon, Inkling, Rosalina, Ridley in Smash Ultimate.
Which is fine because there's like 70
It's fine.
characters.
Yeah, it's not even like 1%
There's-
of the
yeah.
roster.
Wait,
Um,
I don't. All right, I don't know math.
No, trust me,
don't
I'm a
get shit,
I
but,
graduated
like-
from college. I know what I'm talking about.
That's definitely
didn't.
1% of 70.
I haven't graduated yet.
Yeah, so,
I think you named 7 characters, so I think that's 10%.
Shh,
Anyways.
10%.
Anyways,
Quick,
there's like less than
most of-
100 characters. Even if you named one character, it would still
Shut
be
the
more than
Shut
1%.
fuck
up.
up.
Yes, that was the joke,
Shut
Mezz.
up.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
The joke
I'm-
was that it wasn't 1%. Holy fuck.
I'm fucking hungover and I'm tired. Okay, I drove back today and it was fucking snowing the entire time. Okay,
And it's
it was,
dangerous,
it
okay?
was
You're stressed out, I get it.
fucking
You need to
tired.
unwind
I
from
had
the
to
podcast.
shovel before this. I haven't been drinking enough water.
Please
Have you been-
continue, Andy.
Please fucking continue.
Alright, so most of y'all here know me as the person who likes weeaboo trash a lot.
I mean, that's most
Mostly
of us.
just because I just don't have any shame when it comes to it, and I'll just yell about it whenever I feel like it. And
It's actually a superpower that you're not ashamed by that kind of
Yeah.
shit.
fuck.
Fuck,
What?
fuck,
Damn
fuck,
piss
fuck.
shit.
This is a Death Grip song. Fuck, fuck,
Oh,
fuck,
God.
fuck.
Did you
Everything's
stop-
I'll
everything's
put
bad.
my dick in
Okay,
the
no, we're
microwave.
Did you stop
Huh?
recording or something?
Sorry, I was something happened in another server I'm lurking in, and shit might have just exploded.
Oh no.
Anyways,
Tell us
it has
about
to do with
that.
we.
No,
it
no, no.
has to do
Forget
with,
you. Forget you.
it
Tell us
has
about the
to do-
server. I want to know
has-
the drama.
I'm fucking trying to. God, Mezz. But
Stop talking.
okay, so speaking of weeaboo shit, I'm in this server with a bunch of friends from the internet, and we last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, put in this bot that rolls up random anime characters, and you can claim them, quote unquote, to marry them and
Like-
shit, and you can have
like
like a giant
Pokemon.
harem and stuff.
Like the Pokemon bot.
Yes, but there's 10,000
Instead
different
of-
characters.
Every word you
Instead of,
speak
like,
in this
700.
sentence has made me hate it more.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, there's this one character I've been fucking waiting to roll up for the past like week and a half because there's
Fruit
one
roll-up?
other person. Shut the fuck up. There's this one character that I've been waiting for like the better part of the last like 3 weeks because I know one of the other people in here really wants her also, and fucking she just rolled up just now, and
You had to scramble.
and I don't have a claim up because you can only claim once per every 3 hours, and fucking tragedy strikes.
During the podcast.
And
See,
yeah.
when
And somebody
you
else
said-
grabbed her instead of the person who really wants her, so now I just have to get on his good side.
Fuck.
When you
Uh,
said
make
drama
sure-
was going down, I was thinking like people were shit talking, you know, like fucking things were actually going down. We were gonna have a drama alert type situation, but nah, this is just weeaboo shit.
This is
Been
this is
never
gonna
been more
this could turn
disappointed.
into bad blood. Is what
Yeah.
could happen
Oh
over
my
JPEGs.
Mez, why are you complaining about weeaboo shit? Aren't you also a weeaboo?
Yeah, but I'm not
Then
that.
shut the
Yeah,
fuck
but
up.
but he's ashamed of it. So
I'm the only
that's
one
the
here that
problem.
isn't a weeaboo.
It's true.
The thing is, I just we had to remove somebody from a fucking group chat because they lied about their age multiple times to get alcohol, and like it was
Oh.
this whole fucking drama. Because like
Sounds like someone I know.
We had to
Me?
remove someone from a group chat for
No.
posting Fat Yoshi 600 times in 1 hour.
That might have been me. um, but
So Andy, what do you like to do, buddy?
yeah, sorry.
Alright. I also do a lot of writing.
That is a
Yo.
huge hobby.
we're
of
gonna
yours.
copy
Yeah.
and paste
Potentially a career
the
that
script
can
of your
develop.
book, and we're gonna put it in the description.
No.
Right. Fucking 200,000
But
words. Just do it.
every 5 words, I'm just gonna add a random typo.
Well, how will people know the difference between? Wait.
They won't.
But I've been doing a lot of writing since like fucking 4 years ago now, 3 years ago now.
Wow,
I try to
was
do like 1,000
3
words
then.
per day.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
1,000 words per day. That's pretty decent.
How many?
That's roughly
like,
what I shoot for.
How many stories have you actually written?
I have finished. Let me look at my folder real fast. 1, 2, 4 books. Hold on. So 1, 2.
I know you also have like your short
5.
stories that you've had to submit to certain publishers and stuff.
Yeah, I think I've finished 5 total book length stories.
What constitutes book length?
50,000 words or more. Novel,
Jesus
technically.
Christ. Fucking Christ.
The longest one I have is 200,000 words, give or take.
That's
And
And
the shortest one I
good.
have is like around 70 to 80,000, maybe more, maybe 90,000, somewhere around that number. And I'm
And-
currently working on another one that's like approaching the 70K word mark and is still not done. It's
I
pretty
remember you.
far away from being done.
I remember you going back to one of your earlier stories and being like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, I fucking did that the other day. Not the other day, the other month. I had an internet friend read it, read one of them, and I was like going over it, and I printed it out to read it myself, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is so bad. And it was something that was only like about a year old.
Yeah, you can
So-
only get better by doing, though.
Yeah, there's a saying that goes around in a lot of writing communities that you need to write 1 million words before you can start writing good ones.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So
yeah, there you go.
and then I'm currently sitting at like about 600 to 700,000 words
What is
total.
What is that thing? What is that thing that's like if you spend 1,000 hours doing something, you can be deemed a master at it?
I think it's
that's
supposed
an
to be
old
10,000
proverb.
hours.
Is it 10,000?
Either that's an
I believe
old
it is.
proverb or like that was a rule back in the day.
It's probably 10,000.
I don't fucking know. How many
Because 10
seconds are in an hour? 7? Yeah.
Wait.
What's that song from Rent? 6,420
600
seconds.
minutes.
That's the song.
I know you had said before that it's difficult to talk about like what you write about in the sense that it's difficult to not be general and vague. But what do you write about?
What's the word? I write about fantasy worlds, basically. Like, everything I write is set in one singular fantasy world that spans a very long span of time.
I
And,
have one question.
So,
Have you ever written the phrase elf pussy?
No.
You
I
should
have
work
not.
on that.
He did write a sex scene, I believe, though.
Yeah, he did. I read 3 sentences of it and I was like, ew.
I read
don't
like
like
2
this
paragraphs
smut.
to you, Mezz.
Yeah, no, you read the paragraphs to me and you were like, okay, well, I'm too drunk. I can't read it.
I was too drunk and it was too long at that time to
Yeah,
read
it was.
out loud.
Did you finish?
In which
Innuendo.
I know that something that you've talked about before is that you write a lot about like necromancy. How do I say it?
Necromancy?
It's
Necromancy.
necromancy. That is a common magic system in the stories. It's there.
I feel like it's super underrepresented in like
Yeah,
fantasy
I read
shit.
back when I was a kid. I read the Abhorsen books by Garth Nix, and they were about necromancy. But like, usually necromancers are villains.
Hold on, Garth Brooks?
It's Garth Nix.
Oh, Garth Brooks is the singer.
Stop.
I'm really
talking.
tired.
This is a good podcast.
This is the
Stop
worst fucking one.
talking.
It keeps getting worse every time. We say it gets better, but it fucking doesn't.
No,
Go on.
Anyways,
please.
Go on.
Basically, I thought necromancy was a really cool thing in Garth Nix's books, and I'm like, well, I want to do something kind of like that, where necromancy isn't just the default bad guy magic.
Yeah.
So,
And I think
did that.
necromancy is really cool. I think like
Yeah, it's
necromancy and pyromancy is
Wow, I
the
can't
coolest.
believe I'm friends with fucking demons.
What's the thing in Skyrim where you can summon like Daedric?
Psychokinesis, no.
That is not at all.
That's a
Like you can
the world
summon
entity
like
thing.
Daedric weapons, but
Conjuring?
they're ethereal.
Yeah,
conjuring.
conjuring.
Conjuration's also really cool.
Yeah, but somebody tried doing a play. Wait,
You can do it.
somebody did a playthrough where they only used a certain type of magic, but like there was no damaging spells in that magic school.
So it's kind of like
It's
What's
like
the
the
other
ones
one?
that like
yeah, alteration or illusion.
yeah, I think it's illusion.
We're just speaking in Skyrim terms now. But
Yeah,
it's
Todd
still
Howard,
general.
do not interact.
Todd Coward.
Todd Coward, come and fight me, Todd.
Hey Andy, what is your hot take?
my hot take is that Final Fantasy 13 is a really enjoyable game, despite all the hate it gets.
Is that Lightning Returns?
That's like the one
That
where
is
it's
the
like
third one of the Final Fantasy 13
Yeah.
series.
when you
Jesus
have to
fucking
release a
Christ.
game 3 different times.
I mean, it's just
I remember I was
sequels.
getting like video game magazines during the time, and I was like, "Oh, cool, Final Fantasy 13." I don't care because I don't play Final Fantasy. And then I saw it again, and it was like, "Wow, they keep running this ad." But then I see like there's a 2 by it, and I'm like, "What? Oh, fuck.
13-2.
What the fuck is this?" And then there's a 3rd one.
What is generally the hate that game gets? I don't
you
really
just fucking
know.
People hate it
No.
because it's linear. It's very like you go down a fucking hallway,
Hallway
for pretty much the
Simulator
entire game.
2K14.
Final Hallway 13,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
as it's affectionately called.
I will admit. I think 13 has one of my favorite tracks from Final Fantasy though.
It's got a really fucking good soundtrack. It's really,
If
really
it's the
good.
one that I think of, it's from 13. I don't know the name of the track though.
Is
I've
it
seen
Blinded by the Light?
I don't know, maybe.
Blinded by the light.
Yeah. Let me look it up.
I don't know why they called it that song. That's the
Right.
battle music.
Honestly,
is
if I looked through my
called
history
that.
for YouTube last night, because I was using my laptop as like a DJ station,
Yeah.
there was some really. I put on fucking Caramel Dancing at this party.
Hell yeah. And then you dance for the entire 3 minutes.
Yeah.
God.
There are way too many Blinded by the Light songs. We got Bruce Springsteen, Manfred Mann Live, Lil Wayne, Final Fantasy 13, Eagles of Death Metal.
Yeah, that's no, it's not. That's or is that Eagles of Death Metal? Or is it Bruce Springsteen? I don't remember which one we were singing. Anyways, something that I've seen a lot lately is like the criticism of games for being those hallway simulators. Maybe not so much recently, but like I feel like Uncharted and Tomb Raider games are like very linear and hallway simulators, and just like, hey, look at our big set over and over again, and like a somewhat subpar story.
Yeah, the another criticism that FF13 gets a lot of is that its story is really fucking convoluted because its world is really fucking convoluted, and most of it is hidden in lore dumps in the logbook.
Yeah.
And it's
I take lore dumps when I go to the bathroom.
Did you play Dark Souls 1? I think you did.
I played up to Blighttown.
Up to
And-
Blighttown, okay.
And am in Blighttown and stuff, and
Do you
I haven't really
enjoy
touched it.
do you enjoy how the lore is fleshed out in those games?
I don't know much
Yeah.
about Dark Souls lore.
I just have a bias towards Metal Gear just because of everything, but the lore there is just you gotta talk to people
Yeah, and like listen
and
to
keep calling them.
conversations and shit.
Yeah, some of them are good.
Some of them are talking about cheeseburgers.
Yeah, there's actually a whole mini set of cassette tapes in Metal Gear 5 where one of the characters, Kazuhiro Miller, is like trying to create the perfect burger, and then the wise old Native American man is just like, use chemicals, make it the best you can. And literally he comes up with a chemical burger, and it is apparently the best thing ever. And so Kazuhiro Miller invented McDonald's.
Oh God.
Like, saying these things out loud makes it sound so fucking stupid, mainly because it is. But it makes sense within the canon of Metal Gear, and I hate it and I love it. I mean, Big Boss fucking believes in Santa.
Yeah.
He does.
So
There's,
does Maki.
He's real.
yeah, he's real. I'm telling you. And then fucking the other guy's like, oh, haha, Snake, you're so funny.
Yeah?
But Big Boss does not believe in vampires.
It's my
That's where
favorite.
that's
it's
where
my
he
fucking
draws the
favorite thing
line.
that church does. He just cuts in. Yeah.
Yeah. Hypothetical for you, Andy.
Go on.
You're at Walmart and you're buying things, and you run into your dad, and he's got in his left hand a power saw, and in his right hand a copy of the movie Click, starring Adam Sandler, and he tells you, "Oh, hello, son. I didn't see you there. Don't tell your mother about this." What do you do? Yeah, good answer.
Huh?
That's my official response is
He looks you dead in the eyes, and he's like, just don't come home for a little bit, okay?
Fucking.
well, that works out because I don't live at home anymore.
And
so
then
to the topics. To the topics.
to the
channel.
topics channel, please.
you go back, and you find he's drilled a hole in his television set and he's become part of the movie Click, starring Adam Sandler. He's in the
Jesus
he's
Christ.
in the movie now, Andy. Do you take the DVD out and do you snap it?
Stop.
Uh,
I mean, what do you do?
can I take the remote for myself?
No.
Is that an option?
No.
No?
He's within the
Can
movie.
I-
Like you.
Can I go into the movie?
No, only
Is he
you
in
cut
every-
Why
out.
the fuck not? This is bullshit.
Is he in
cut
every
out a
copy of the movie
dad-sized
or just
hole.
one?
He cut out a dad-sized hole, and he you can't fit.
So stupid.
What do you do? Do you turn off the TV? What do you?
I go to Discord, I right-click Mezz, and I click mute and kick from server. That's what I do.
Okay. I fucking hate Mezz. Anyways.
I love myself. Fuck you guys.
we did want to talk about this, so let's talk about this.
What are we talking about?
So we all have our usernames, our tags for Smash. And
yeah.
I would say that Andy's progression or
Or degradation.
his degradation or progression of his tags throughout the years have been the most interesting. Would you like to talk about how you got your first tag, like, and why it's changed over the years? So
Okay,
how did that
so
happen?
my first tag was actually fucking amazing.
Oh,
Darthlink 777.
your Xbox Live username.
No, that wasn't even that. That came before that. It was fucking a great tag. I think the only real reason why I did it was because I made a RuneScape account
Oh yeah.
back when I was
Yeah.
fucking like
Scape.
13 or something, and I liked Zelda and I liked Star Wars, so
There you go.
but
Andy, we are way too alike, and I don't like it.
just
That's
fucking
just-
why do you keep thinking that we're not alike? We have like so many things in
Because I
common,
look
but
in
You
the
guys have-
mirror and
you
I'm
guys
scared
have
of what I
everything.
see.
You guys have so much shit.
I'm just
that's
you
not
when
in
you get
common.
both
older.
watch
I'm just you when you
anime.
get older, Mezz.
You're that meme of Tom Cruise.
You
It's like,
both
who are
watch
you?
anime,
I'm
you're
you,
both
but stronger.
gay.
Andy's actually not very gay at all.
No, I'm
I'm not gay. I'm just
fluffy.
pretty fucking effeminate, and I don't really care.
Um,
Toxic
I am.
masculinity,
Anyway, Andy, continue telling us about
Anyways, okay,
Darthlink
so-
777. What's his powers?
He has a sword and it's also a
Yeah?
lightsaber, and
Oh,
it's
dude.
the master lightsaber.
Oh, dude, that's
And
so cool,
his
man.
shield is also a lightsaber, but it's like a shield-shaped
Oh,
lightsaber.
Bro, dude, that's
It's
so
really
cool,
cool.
man.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Can he fly?
Yes, he can.
Oh, dude, that's
yes.
so sick, man.
Yeah. And he's also got, he can use the Force, he can use the dark side, and the light
He
side.
can use the Triforce.
The Triforce, yeah, let's go.
Oh my god.
But then you developed the username YYAP.
Yeah, so like, when I first started going to Smash tournaments, I was like, I'm fucking not using this tag. So I bounced around like a couple different tag names. I think I went with Ma'am at one point because that was my tag in Brawl.
Oh yeah.
Like on my Brawl console was like Ma'am because I would play Zero Suit and my roommate would play Mr. Game & Watch, and he'd say, hold out the bucket for the
For Milady.
down smash, and it would say, could I get some bucket, ma'am? And then Ganondorf was Sir, and we had a whole
Spare
thing
bucket.
going on. But before I really started going to Smash tournaments, I spent a lot of time online on 4chan, the comics cartoon board specifically, in the Ruby threads.
Wait, there's
they
other
had.
boards other than B?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you know that
Oh.
this is bad
Yeah,
on the
you're a
internet.
fucking normie, dude.
I know this.
But I spent a lot of time in there, and
What
I
did you do?
posted
Did
a
you-
bunch of reaction pics. Like I would usually just had a giant folder of reaction pics
You
from my favorite
still
anime,
do.
and I still do.
Is
I'll
that
fucking-
what size is that now? Terabyte?
It's close.
I might be lowballing there.
So I organized my reaction pictures a million years ago.
Did
But,
you now?
They're specifically organized into negative, neutral, and positive. And then in each one of those, they have a subfolder specifically for Yuri Yuri, which is
Oh
my
my
favorite
God.
anime.
Oh yeah.
Is that
Really
where
helps.
the YY comes from?
Yes.
Oh.
So on those threads, they would call me YY Anon because
He
I
was.
posted those a lot. I wasn't even trying to post them a lot. I just had an abundance of them, and I just posted
hey,
them
if the
pretty frequently.
If the shoe fits,
So you
you
were.
must acquit.
You were Yuri.
So they called
anonymous
Yeah.
poster.
yes, and that's where my tag eventually settled on was YYAP, which stood for that.
Yeah, yap. As
And yeah, and that would happen, and I got really sick of people saying "yeah yap" all the time because I was just like, it's all in fucking caps. Can't you just say
the
like
acronym.
the first two letters or anything? Just now, I just gotta go, yep, yeah yep, and it's just like you sound fucking stupid. Stop. And I got really sick of it after I had that tag for the better part of like 2 years.
Yeah,
3
that was a
years.
long time.
And then I tried like one other tag, which was Ruby, which was one of the characters in the story I was writing, and I didn't really feel like sticking with that. I really didn't feel like sticking with that tag. I don't know why. I just didn't.
It didn't
And I'm
feel
like, okay.
right.
I used it for like a month at the weeklies at ISU, and I'm like, okay, let's go with something else. And I'm like, one of the most recurring characters in my stories that I write is a character named Rosie, who is. Mezz is gonna fucking have an aneurysm over this.
I'm gonna have an
Alright,
aneurysm.
Mezz, are you ready?
Yeah.
She's a eternally 6-year-old demon girl. Yeah, there it is.
So it's
Oh, man.
what's the girl's name from Monogatari? Shinobu.
Shinobu.
It's like Shinobu, but not a vampire.
Yeah, and
Oh.
not sexualized.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
My character isn't sexualized
That's good.
specifically. But I.
She's
like one of my favorite characters to
shit.
What?
When I was 6, I was dumb as fuck. I mean, I'm still dumb as fuck, but I mean,
If you're 6 for a long time, you won't be dumb as fuck anymore.
Whoa.
I think.
Whoa.
yeah, this will never be 7 and
You just-
7, 8, 9.
You just blew my mind, dude.
Why is 6 afraid of 7?
This is a fucking train wreck.
Anyways, so I fucking messed around with it, and I'm like, wait, I could do ROSI and tag the YY at the end of that, and here we
and
are.
it still says Rosie, sort of.
Yeah. Yeah. At least people don't say, like, Rosie. They usually just say
Rosie?
Rosie,
Rosie.
which I'm fine with.
Rosie, yeah.
And basically I have, like, 2 groups of friends who will either call me Andy or Rosie or YY,
Yeah.
depending on which. I guess that's 3 groups.
YY is the one that I've heard very often.
Yeah. Mostly around the internet, like other Discords I'm in, people will call me just Rosie without the Y's at the end, which I'm fine with. And then specifically my friends that I know from the 4chan threads and shit will refer to me as YY.
Yeah. And then like
Which- It's also fine.
and then like for me, I transitioned from ixwonker to convixent, mainly because of the same problem where people were just pronouncing the name wrong. And I would just tell them, like, at first I would just say, like, okay, it's just ixwonker, it's not ix wonker, and please don't just call me wonker.
wanker.
Please don't call me wonker.
IX wanker.
And then from there, we went to convixent because I just combined a lot of things that I thought were cool.
Yeah, you did.
Because my friend Austin, he had like a randomly generated Xbox Live name, and it was
Oh, yeah.
Convex Alloy. And I thought
Oh, that's pretty lit.
and then I was like, whoa, Convex is a really cool name, or a really cool like word. I don't know why, but it is. And I wanted to retain the X, so I made it Convix, and I was like, that doesn't sound cool. And I was like, okay, well, let's keep going with this. What's a cool name that could be with Vix? And I was like, Vixent, Convixent, yeah, cool. And that's my story, yay.
Nice.
I hate it when I
Nice.
get like a 4th wave of like alcohol hitting me again. have I
So
not
my
paid for my sins?
original tag was my Xbox tag that I made when I was like 11. Xylan Sniper.
Island Sniper?
Xylan Sniper with an X.
Oh.
What are you, a Kingdom Hearts character?
I just wanted to be as edgy as possible.
I get it, like silent.
Yeah.
Silent Sniper.
So I just made it as edgy as possible, and I kept that as my Xbox Live username for forever. I still have it.
Nice.
But I don't really play Xbox anymore, and I started to do Smash tournaments and stuff, and I'm like, this tag is way too fucking cringy.
Yeah.
To take to a tournament. Like,
I feel like that's
like
the
I know
story
a lot of
everyone.
people. I know a lot of people like to take their fucking like 11-year-old usernames and just ride or die with it.
Like,
but I can't.
like
I can't.
Dr. Pee-Pee.
Yeah, like Dr.
PPMD.
But I can't do that. So I changed mine to Churchy Boy because that was my nickname all throughout high school.
Churchy, my boy.
Churchy, my boy.
Uh,
My boy.
And then Mezz was just called Mezz forever, pretty much.
Actually,
Oh no.
this does go. You're not entirely wrong, because my username partially comes from my first RuneScape account, which is Mezzman84. So it's basically, you take my name right now, put man on the end of it, and I chose 84 because guess what? That was my number in football.
You played football?
I played football. I was on the second string, and I was a
JV?
safety. I was
JV?
not good.
Were you in middle school or high school?
Middle school, baby.
Middle school football like doesn't exist, to be 100% honest.
Yeah, it doesn't. But I've gone through a bunch of other usernames that just fucking kind of suck. Most of them are just stupid, like iPhophobia, which was like phophobia is the fear of fearing.
Oh, nice.
And then I put an I in front of it because, yeah.
iPhone.
Yeah. And
the
then
only thing we have to fear is fear.
the only thing we have to fear is something I forgot.
And spiders.
And spiders, oh, those are scary. The dark, I don't like the
Poisonous
dark.
snakes.
Oh, snakes, I don't
Dangerous
like snakes.
jellyfish.
Heights, not a fan of those. Guns, they're too loud. There it is. There's the JFK for the episode. Fucking,
Oh boy.
We did it.
And then I've also got Doctor Who Confuses Me, which is what I use for my Tumblr.
Yeah.
Because when I first got my Tumblr, I was like, what do these people like? I gotta be appealing. They like Doctor Who, but I've only seen like 3 episodes, and it was super fucking confusing to me. So it's like, how do I work? Doctor Who Confuses Me. It's brilliant.
remember,
And then lately
awesome.
I've been doing a combo of fucking, I go by striped phobia in certain things. Just because I like stripes on things, because I think it's a fucking great pattern, and I like the word phobia.
I think Iphophobia is actually a really good name.
It's a fucking good username, and I mean,
It's pretty cool.
I mean, that's what I use for most of my emails.
My first Xbox Live name was The Family Chicken
Nice.
because I really liked Family Guy and I really liked
I was
Robot
about
Chicken.
to say.
And then I was like, fuck that, you get 1 free change, and so I changed it to Black Mesa Man because
Oh, yeah.
I really like
yeah.
I really like Half-Life.
Yeah. Now on certain things I go by Kazuhira and then whatever, because I
Yeah.
really like Metal Gear.
You?
And Kazuhira Miller is really fucking cool.
You?
As far as Smash tags go, for Smash 4, the first time I came to Smash Club, they were like, "Hey, what's your tag?" And I was like, "Fuck, I need to make it short so I can put it into like anything that has a character restriction." Mezz with 2 Z's, but nobody pronounces it Mezz, because that's what it's supposed to be pronounced like. Everyone just says Mezz, and I got really, really fucking tired of correcting everyone. So
Yeah.
no, I'm just Mezz. And then I started entering Project M as a joke, and of course, when you're a joke, everything has to be a joke. So my tag that I would use is Skinny P for skinny penis.
What up, guys?
real real brilliant there. So whenever I'd walk into the club, whenever I'd walk,
Yeah, dude, it's skinny P, dude. Oh.
yeah, whenever I'd walk into the room, I'd always be like, "Hey, it's your boy, Skinny Penis." And everyone would be like, "Hey, Mezz, how you doing?"
I think David's tag progression is the most like
It's the most. Yeah.
interesting.
Dave has some pretty great tags.
He started out with Mark Nut 72, which is a reference to an Achievement Hunter bit where Gavin would always yell Mark Nut, and that's basically how we met, because of that reference itself. And then he started going by. Was he right after that? Oh fuck! What was after that? Do you guys remember?
Sugar Pants?
Yeah, I think it was Sugar Pants.
I was about to say something really, really horrible, and I kind of still want to say it.
No.
You may have to censor it if I say it.
Go for it.
Jew Meat 420.
Oh God.
No, that's
If
not
I ever
that
do
bad.
anything, if I ever do anything where I just need a one-off username, that's going to be it.
Yeah, so he moved to Sugar Pants because Mikey was like, "Hey, you should change your Hearthstone name to Sugar Pants," and he's like, "Okay." This was like
Okay.
just randomly generated. He doesn't.
Are you gonna tell Mikey no?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
And then we watched that whatever version of Star Wars episode 1, I think,
Turkish
or
Star
maybe it's
Wars.
3.
Episode 3.
Yeah, it was whatever
It's
Star Wars.
yeah, that one. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, the meme one.
And they call Emperor Palpatine Speaker D. So
Yeah.
Oh,
because-
I think it is Turkish Star Wars. or
no,
whatever.
Turkish Star Wars is that like
No.
that actual different movie.
Then I'm being stupid.
I think I don't remember, but and since his name's Dave, he was like, okay, I'll just do that. So he was Speaker D for
It's
a
a
long time.
good fucking username.
And then we started joking about like Mr. Bones Wild Ride. So he
Yeah.
changed it to Mr. D's Wild Ride for a while. But I think he's just sticking with Speaker D now.
well, he's
Mr.
also
D-
been whack.
Oh yeah, whack, duh.
Yeah, he's been whack here and there.
And
Whack.
yeah, and then we started, and then that meme came out. Your clothes, whack.
Whack. Stance, whack. His hairline, whack. The way he doesn't like to smile, whack.
And
Me,
so yeah.
I'm tight as fuck.
And he loves that shit, so he just changed his name to Whack, and I think that one's actually pretty good too.
I love the tag whack.
Whack is a good tag. Anything that's like less than like 3 syllables is
Yeah.
sometimes, not all the time, sometimes is like pretty like satisfying to say.
Yeah.
As I've said before, and I'll say it again now, my favorite tag I've ever heard, I was at Smash and Splash 4, and I was sitting next to one of my favorite TOs, Havard, who was yelling out tags for the Smash ladder, and he goes, so-and-so versus Nutmeg Lifestyle. and then Havard just goes, fuck, that's a good tag.
Nutmeg lifestyle. Can't you get high off a nutmeg?
We
think that's
fucking what?
I think you can get high off a nutmeg.
Huh?
I'm looking this up. I'm pretty sure you can.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, me and my friend Patrick, Spencer knows Patrick.
I
You
do.
know the boy. We did cosplays of Pink Guy and Red Dick
Oh yeah.
at Anime Central, and we signed up for the Smash Bros. 4 doubles tournament, and we're like, hey, how do we have to keep our team name like PG? And the guy looks at us, and he's like, okay, it depends on what you guys are thinking. And I immediately go, Team Pink Dick. And the guy just
God.
sighs, writes it down, and says, all right, we'll call you when it's ready.
Okay, live
Christ.
fact checking right now.
Yeah,
you
can you get high off a nutmeg?
You can get a hallucinogenic high off of nutmeg.
Andy, you come home, your dad's been huffing nutmeg. He thinks you're your mom. What do you do?
I tell him nutmeg doesn't go in cake and
Too late.
eat him up.
He's already on top of you. He's kissing you now. He's kissing your forehead. What do you do?
Fucking what?
Never.
He
Mezz, do
crawled-
you need to talk to somebody?
He crawled out of the
Do-
dad-sized
are
hole
you-
in the TV.
Do you need to
Are you
do need
dealing
to
with
talk to
problems
us?
at home? Does this happen to you at home? Do you need
No,
to
don't worry about it.
Okay.
Sounds like something to worry about.
Are you
Anyway,
suffering?
let's-
Are you or your loved one suffering from nutmeg lifestyle?
That's a great segue into our ad read.
Or what?
Our
Uh,
ad read.
This week's sponsor is the Toyota Prius. They don't make that.
You what?
Give me a second.
What are you-
I'm thinking
What
of
are you
ideas.
talking about?
I'm thinking
What
of
do you mean
ideas.
they
Hold
don't
on.
make it?
I don't know. Did Toyota make the Prius?
Yes.
Shit.
I thought it was a Honda Prius.
No, I work in a Honda dealership. I
No.
would know. I also work
I
at a
just
Toyota
didn't know if it was
dealership.
Toyota. Don't know me.
No, Priuses are weird. The way you shift them is weird. I don't like it.
I drove a
I
Prius
can't
for
drive
4 years.
stick shift.
Nerd.
Wait, are you saying a Prius is a stick shift?
No, but they've
I
got
was
a
gonna
weird.
say-
They have a weird shifting mechanism.
It's like
They
it's like
don't.
it's not that weird. It's just like
It's
higher
it's
up
on
the
like
dash.
the side. It's not the normal way that you shift.
It's just a stick on the side.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Fuck you.
And the way you like put it in park is you got to press a button. It's stupid.
It's fine. I drove
like
a
it.
Prius for 4 years.
Did you know?
Yes.
Okay.
I loved it.
Okay.
Did you drag race in it?
No.
Drag racing in a Prius. That would be a good name
Hell
for a
yeah.
song. It would.
Yeah.
I'm changing
Listen,
my
that-
tag to Prius Drag Race.
That'd be a good name for
RuPaul?
a band.
Prius drag
Yeah.
race.
Good name for a band. Prius Drag Race.
That's not bad.
Hell yeah.
Um.
Prius Drag Queen.
Oh.
Oh.
RuPaul.
Worst injuries? Question
Yes,
mark?
worst
Um,
injuries. Good topic.
Okay. Do surgery-related injuries count?
Yes.
Like you come out of surgery and you're like, "This is the worst pain I've been in."
Yes.
Worst pain.
Yeah. Okay. Nuts. I
Good
I
start.
had nut surgery.
Yeah.
They-
You what?
He had testicle surgery.
I had testicle surgery.
Why?
I had a varicose vein in my left nut.
It sounds.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It wasn't like a danger or anything. The doctor was like, "Hey, listen, I know you thought you had cancer because like it's just scar tissue or whatever in your
How
nutsack."
old were you?
16, 17.
Okay.
Like I was old enough to like feel my balls and be like, "Well, this doesn't seem quite right."
Do you have a sick nut scar now?
No, it's faded,
Fuck.
but I did at the time.
So you didn't win anything from this.
I've got the thing is there was 2 incisions.
Yeah.
There was one like on the left side of like my lower abdomen, like not abdomen, but like you know that weird space in between your belly button and your dick.
Yes. Your abdomen.
What do you call that?
Your pubic area.
Your waist.
Yeah, that's the bitch.
That's the pitch.
Anyway, there's a small like there's a scar on like my waist. You can kind of still see it. It's pretty faded, but like at the time I took some sick ass nudes and you were like, "Damn, that's a sexy scar." I don't know who you in this situation is,
It's not
but
me.
they know.
Oh, we know.
Anyway, so yeah, varicose vein in my left nut, and they were like, "Hey, listen, you can either leave this in, and maybe like be partially infertile, or we can take it out, and you won't probably be infertile." And I was like, "Well, I'm still on my parents' insurance. I won't have to pay for this, and I don't really understand / know if I want kids, so why the fuck not?"
You're also 17, so.
Oh yeah, I was also 17, and so this is like the Friday before we were gonna take like finals or whatever, and so I had like a weekend to recover. But I come out of the surgery and I was fucking exhausted, tired, in a lot of pain. Because the thing is, you know, when you guys have all had surgery, right? At some point.
At some point, yes.
Yeah.
Sort of.
So when they make like an incision, they patch it up and they put gauze and they put a bunch of bandages over it and they're like, okay, yeah, don't really fuck with this. You can't really do that on a nutsack.
No, you can't.
So
Are
I'm
you
basically wearing this like gauze diaper thing
Oh no.
because it's basically a fresh incision kind of thing, and you can't really do much. You're just kind of fucking like my balls. They hurt. I couldn't walk right for how long? I was literally bending over because I couldn't stand up straight because I was in that much pain. But I think my dad brought me to Hooters with him because he was like, "Listen, I haven't had lunch yet. Let's go to Hooters."
Let's give you the most painful boner possible.
Did you get an erection?
No, I was in too much pain. And the thing is, after surgery, they were like, yeah, you can't really eat anything for a little bit. You got to do whatever. And I was like, okay.
You don't want your balls to get hungry.
and so my dad and mom are eating like regular lunch, like they're just having their hot wings and stuff, and I'm just sitting there on like the crackers they brought me. The waitress like felt bad for me because she saw I was in a lot of pain, and she's like, do you need anything? I was just like, crackers.
Kiss my nuts.
I need food. I'm dying. God. And so I ended up puking
I'm
in the car.
incredible testicular pain.
I ended up puking in the car on the way back as well, and my dad got angry at me.
Wow.
My dad got mad at me because I was puking. and the thing is, I was like, why did we go to Hooters? I just want to go home. And so we make it home, and the thing is, my bedroom is upstairs, and so we get in, and I'm like, I want to die. And so I think I was texting my girlfriend at the time, and I was like, I just made it home. I'm in a lot of pain. And so I go up to my room, and it's every step, like I have to do that one foot and then bring the other foot up to match it kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, fucking like one step at a time bullshit. And I go in my room, and I'm just sitting on my bed, tense as fuck, because I'm just, every breath brings pain, because my nuts were on fire, my fucking waist was on fire. They were like, listen, you're going to want to wear some really comfortable clothes. So like I was wearing pretty baggy sweatpants, you know, trying to like minimize the amount of pain I would be in, but it felt like somebody was constantly kicking me in the nuts. God. And just every time I would try and do anything, I would just go, ugh. I couldn't fucking piss for how long, and then I didn't shit for like a week. But so my girlfriend at the time comes, and I think she brought me like some snacks or whatever, and then she also she also brought me a thing of cashews, and she's like, sorry about your nuts.
Are you fucking joking?
And I'm like, and I look at her, and I'm like, I'm in a lot of pain.
This isn't funny.
And so I'm just sitting on my bed moaning and groaning in pain, and I think I've got like Comedy Central on or something, and she's just sitting in the chair next to me, and she's just so fucking awkward, because what do? I'm just, you can't really do too much. There's not much to talk about. Oh, how's the weather? By the way, my balls are on fire. It was a painful time. And then I went to no, what's even fucking worse was that day I still had to email somebody a project. Like I think I had to email my teacher like one of my projects, and I remember almost like passing out because of pain, because it was so fucking painful just trying to do anything. And I think I told my teacher later, and she was like, oh my God, you could have just told me you were having surgery. You didn't have to fucking turn that in. And I was like, I didn't want to be a bother. But fucking, I come into school on that Monday. I still couldn't walk right.
Yeah.
I was still doubled over in pain. Fucking, I don't know why I went to school that Monday. Like, there was nothing important going on. I could have taken another fucking day off. But basically, while I was recovering, I couldn't wear boxers, skinny jeans, and I couldn't lift more than like 5 pounds at a time.
Wow. For
like a month. So basically I had an excuse just to wear sweatpants every day to school.
Yeah.
But
I think
so
mine's not very interesting, but I bruised my ribs one time playing hockey.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not
nice.
It's not incredibly interesting. But basically I just got checked really hard. That's the extent of that basically. And what sucks about ribs is that you can't breathe or cough without it hurting really, really
and
bad.
if you remove them, you can suck your dick.
It's true.
No.
Yes. I like how no has just kind of become a thing that we do now whenever I say anything stupid.
No.
Cost to remove.
Say it a lot.
Bottom ribs.
Wait, this isn't Google.
This isn't
Wait a
Google.
second. So, Andy, do you want to go next, or do you want
Yeah.
me to go next?
I don't have much in way of injuries. Like, I don't know, I have a pretty boring life.
I mean, I have more
All I've
testicular
really-
trauma, but that one was the big one.
Yeah.
Testicular trauma.
And only really had was back when I was on the swim team. My shoulder had a weird like muscle thing that I went to like physical therapy for like a week.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, hey, just stop swimming for the day when it starts to act up, and your body will basically adjust over the course of a while.
Okay.
So
Nice.
it wasn't much.
That's good.
So
Also, I was
have,
on a swim team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
have
didn't
a
know that.
very long list
Oh.
of,
Oh, boy.
of injuries. Thankfully, I have never broken a bone.
That's
Me
I have,
neither.
no,
That's
I have
surprising.
no idea how I haven't. But I have done a lot. So, the worst pain I've ever been. I'll save that for last. But some of the recent ones. 1 week before finals week here at college, I'm walking to my first class of the day, and I trip and hurt my ankle. And I'm like, okay, it's probably fine. It just hurts to walk on like right now. And since I'm a music person, I have class from like 8 a.m. to like 3 p.m. with no breaks.
Yeah.
So I'm like on my feet all day doing things, and I get back to my apartment and I'm like, wow, I am in a lot of fucking pain. And I take off my sock, and it looks like there is a baseball sized swelling on the side of my foot.
Wow.
And
God.
I'm like, I should probably go to the hospital. But it was my mom's birthday. So
Oh no.
what I did was I did not tell her happy birthday, but instead I drove to my hometown, met her at a restaurant that I knew she was at, surprised her, and I'm like, happy birthday, by the way.
I'm in a lot of pain.
I'm in a lot of pain. So I had a grade 2 ankle sprain on my right ankle a week before finals, and I couldn't walk for like that entire week.
Jesus.
The next semester, 1 week before finals, I misjudged how many steps were left on the stairs in one of our classroom buildings, and I put all of my weight onto my left ankle,
Oh, no.
and my left ankle goes
No.
pop. And I'm like, same exact thing
God damn.
on the other ankle.
Grade 2
And I'm
sprain.
like, I was so mad. Yeah, it was a grade 2 sprain. Like the next semester, I was like looking at every step that I took. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna let this happen 1 week before finals again. I'd like to not be in foot pain. Football has given me tons of injuries. I've had dislocated shoulder, dislocated rib.
You can do
Did you
that?
find it again?
What?
Can you do that? What the fuck?
Yeah,
How,
yeah, it hurts really bad.
How the fuck
Um,
did
The
Can
thing is, whenever I think of dislocations, it's all like socket joints. Like,
So I went to a football camp, right? And it was here at the college.
oh, nice.
And it was like a 6-hour camp or whatever. Within the first hour, I got hit in the chest and it dislocated.
How do you get
So
a
I-
dislocated rib?
I'm googling this.
I
Like,
don't
this
know.
doesn't seem.
But it hurt really bad and I couldn't breathe.
I mean, yeah.
So I wasn't able to breathe for a while, and I've had problems with it ever since. But the worst pain. Oh no, I have one more.
Yeah.
Yeah. During the tornado, I stepped on 3 nails simultaneously.
Oh yeah,
nails?
tornado.
Ow.
Yeah, 3 nails at the same time. I stepped on.
A dislocated rib. It's a real thing.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Oh, slipping rib. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the tornado story I said I'll save for another time. That's a big story.
Yeah.
But long story short, I stepped on 3 nails, and then while I was limping back inside, I slipped and cut my knee on broken glass.
Nice.
Jesus.
That wasn't really like much like pain though, as it was just like, God, this is added on to what just happened.
Yeah.
But the worst pain I've ever felt was I had a tonsillectomy.
Okay.
And most people, when they have tonsillectomies, they have them at like the age of 7 or something.
Yeah.
It usually takes like 3 days to heal after that, and it's usually like a forgettable part in your life. I had mine at the age of 19.
Oh.
Most people don't get them at this age, but this is when I started to struggle a lot with infections of my throat, which was very unoptimal because I had to sing and teach like every day. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just get a tonsillectomy. Went through that process. And I got home, and I fell asleep immediately on the couch, because I also had my wisdom teeth taken out, and I was loopy.
Oh, bro, you had the double combo with the wisdom teeth?
No, this was another time.
Oh.
I was loopy after my wisdom teeth. After my tonsillectomy, I was like, I fucking hurt. I was not happy. And
I have a wisdom tooth story.
So when I went home, I fell asleep on the couch. I stayed on the same couch for 2 weeks, by the way.
That's a mood.
Like, I literally didn't move. It hurt to walk. It hurt to talk. I couldn't breathe because my uvula was so swollen.
God.
So they give you the good shit. They give you hydrocodone.
Yeah, baby.
For this shit.
Yeah.
Right? And hydrocodone is strong. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I'm taking my hydrocodone. 3 days in, I develop a rash. And I'm like, well,
I thought you were
fuck.
going to say an addiction, and I was like, I don't...
Yeah.
3 days in, I develop a rash. Turns out I'm allergic to hydrocodone. I'm like, oh fuck!
Holy shit.
So I get codeine instead, which I wasn't allergic to, but it's not as strong as hydrocodone.
Well,
so
because
I'm
they
in
add
more
water
pain,
to make it hydrocodone.
and I'm in more pain. And I'm like, well, fuck, this sucks. And this is like after 3 days, and after 3 days, it starts like the pain starts escalating. It usually hits its peak after a week. So I'm sitting on the couch, and for some reason I have this really bad cough. I don't know if it was from the hydrocodone or if it was from the scarring in my throat or what. So after 1 week, I have this really bad coughing fit. Now, some backstory was that my dad also had a tonsillectomy at the age of 19. Actually, I think he got his
in the family.
I think he
Just
got
like
his at like
prostate
23.
cancer.
No.
Don't forget to get your
And-
prostates checked.
Yes.
He got his at like 23 or something, and my dad had complications. So what happens is if your scarring falls off, like if the scarring cover falls off before you, this hurts to talk about. If your scarring cover falls off before your bleeding is done, then you'll start bleeding in your throat, and you have to have emergency surgery.
Oh my god.
And the doctor joked. He said, don't worry, it's not a genetic thing. And the chances that it'll happen are very low, like 3 or 5%. I'm like, okay. Week 1, I'm coughing, and I cough up scar tissue. And I'm like, oh my god. And I look in my throat, and there's just blood everywhere. I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, hey mom, I need to go to the hospital. I need to have emergency surgery. And she's like crying. And I'm like laughing because I've hit this point of where I'm like, I've lost like 10 pounds over a course of a week. I haven't moved. I've watched every single episode of Cutthroat Kitchen. Like, I've lost my fucking mind at this point, dude. I've lost my fucking mind at this point. So I'm like laughing. I'm like, the doctor said this wouldn't happen, and it happened.
At this point, you're like, well, this may as well just fucking happen.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna go out, it better be this way.
So I had emergency surgery. And the only thing I remember about that was the doctor said, you should be seeing double about now. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I fell asleep. Then I woke up and back to like day 1 feeling of pain, basically.
Nice.
And I'm like, well, this sucks. And then I had a job interview at Kroger. And walking from the car to the parking lot was the most I had moved in over a week and a half. I had lost 20 pounds at this point.
Jesus
Because
Christ.
I couldn't eat anything. The one thing that saved me, though, that like made all the pain stop in my throat when I ate something, was Mountain Dew. I had
The elixir of the gods.
I had Mountain Dew literally 2 weeks after my first surgery.
Sponsor us, Mountain Dew.
And all of the pain was gone. And I'm like, oh, well, sick.
Mountain
That's
Dew
cool.
causes miracles. You heard it here, folks.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I basically had complications, and I was allergic to my pain medicine, and I just didn't move, and I lost 20 pounds, and it was the most miserable time of my life. But I could breathe again, and I haven't gotten strep throat since. I just have multiple sinus infections now.
Has anyone else in here, like, Churchy, you've gotten your wisdom teeth out, I've gotten my wisdom teeth out.
Yeah, I did,
have.
So we're all wisdomless boys.
Yes.
What I
all
did
stupid.
what I did after my wisdom teeth surgery, which right before I had the surgery, I tweeted, dentist man is going to take my sin teeth. I was on pain meds already for the nut surgery, because this was like 2 weeks after the nut surgery, so I'm barely recovering from that. And then they're like, by the way, because of insurance, we're gonna have to do this like before the end of the year. And I'm like, So basically, after I had my wisdom teeth out, I spent 3 days on a recliner, not moving, and I ended up watching the old Hot Wheels Highway 35 movie on YouTube. And so I got a bunch of screen caps from that, and I kept sending them to my girlfriend. And she was like, fucking stop. I don't care about the fucking Hot Wheels movie. So I was like, fine. So I start spamming my other group chats with them, and they're like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, it's Hot Wheels. And then because I was like, well, I like that movie. It was delightfully cheesy and bad. I remember there was a TV show that continued the story, Hot Wheels Acceleracers.
Oh my God.
And so
Yes.
I found them on YouTube, and I fucking watched them all. Every night I would watch like a season of it. There were 4 seasons. And every season, it just was getting crazier and crazier. Like, there were fucking robots. There was drama. There was Asian dudes, I think. I don't remember. Fucking shit was crazy. And then right before the series ends, it turns out the main character's dad is all, like, evil. But the thing is, you've never seen his dad before this. And so the guy takes off his mask, and the main character goes like, Dad? And it's like, oh, I wonder what happens next. And then they canceled the show. So I'll never know what happens at the end of Hot Wheels Acceleracers.
And this has been the ixcast with our good friend Andy.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Churchy, when are we fucking drinking together? I have some awesome... Oh! Okay,
yeah, when are we going...
Before we get off, I have one more thing I want to share because it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Beer?
Oh,
Yes, but
did
no.
you bring enough to share for the class?
I might have. But what I've been doing since I started this job at Bailey's Place,
You been
which is
day
a
drinking?
gambling parlor. Hell yeah. No. Is because I get tips for working there, right? I've decided to use my tip money to work my way through the Hy-Vee beer cooler
Nice.
in town. So I've been I started in the top left and I've been moving my way right.
You know, if I didn't
just
know you as
try as
intimately
much
as
as
I
I
do,
can.
I would say you're an alcoholic.
No.
You know, you never know.
No.
You're doing
But,
the poor man's wine cellar,
Yeah, kind of.
You
where you're
what?
just like,
Sure.
I'm going to sample the summer shanty now.
Yeah.
There's
Sir-
more than just
Sir
summer
Bush?
shandy.
Sir Bush, I don't believe you hold the candle to
You
to,
fucking normie
Sir
beer drinker.
Coors.
God damn it, Mezz.
Yeah, Churchy, at some point you need to come up and try whatever beer I'm currently
Dude, I would
on.
fucking love to.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Spencer, you
We're
can't
gonna
have
s-
any.
we're gonna
By
start
that
a-
I mean you probably won't like
And
it.
then-
We're gonna
because
start our own.
I'm currently
We're
around
gonna start our
IPAs.
own beer podcast.
No,
Do
no.
it.
There we
Yeah,
go.
we're gonna
That's the
do
play.
it. All right, do I do my outro?
Yeah,
now?
just keep going.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been the ixcast with our dear friend Andy. It was very nice to have you on here, Andy. It's always fun talking to you.
Yeah,
Even though we bicker and bitch like an old, 80-year-old couple.
It's true.
Sounds about right.
It's true.
We didn't do it at all on this podcast.
We did
Yeah,
yell at
fucking-
Mezz though. So
you fucking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we yelled at Mezz though.
But that's
Yeah,
a
fuck you.
common theme.
That's par for the course.
Yeah.
Andy, if we wanted to find you somewhere, maybe stalk you on the internets, where would we find you?
I believe my Twitter handle is at Rosie AP. So
Okay.
ROSIYYAP.
nice.
I believe. I could be wrong.
All right.
I
Well,
think
we'll
my
figure it
Discord's
out.
guys,
having
but
a
you'll post it
fucking
on there, I
stroke.
assume.
It'll be in the description, yeah. And if anyone wants to send us any emails, topics, critiques, feedback, anything like that,
Shit, I didn't check the email.
send it to ixcast9000@gmail.com. What was that, Mezz?
ixcast9000@gmail.com.
And I checked earlier and we don't have any messages.
I'm gonna sign up for
Damn
a
it,
Pornhub
Mikey!
account.
You're our only viewer. Send us a message.
Please, Mikey.
Mikey, please.
Just to Mikey.
But thank you guys for doing this once again. I can't believe it's already the 5th one. It's so crazy. But
Dude, it's so nuts,
stay
man.
tuned, all our viewers, Mikey, for the 9th podcast in which Mezz and Church will be hanging out in real life with me.
I will do a handstand and then
we
break
will
my
have-
nose.
We will have a. Should we have a webcam? What do you guys think about
Maybe,
that?
I don't know. We could.
Fuck it, dude.
I think that'd be
Fuck
fun.
it.
So we'll have like
We'll
a
do
webcam, a nice
cosplay.
live podcast, and we'll try not to edit that too much so it's not bad.
I'll do a nip slip, maybe.
Oh no, and
Hold the fuck on.
but yeah, thank you guys. This is a good time though.
Remember, don't eat if you want to live.
Okay.
I'm stopping
Alright.
my recording now.
Yeah, I'm done. Fucking
Alright.
fuck this.
I have your IP address, by the way.